All right, welcome everyone. I'll bring us all to mute except for me, and we'll start in child's pose. Welcome to Vinyasa Flow. Let me know in the chat box if there's any requests. Always up for taking requests as far as what we want to stretch, any poses we want to work on. All right, so yeah, let me know. We kind of just go with the flow, our Vinyasa flow. A lot of the time don't have a plan, so if there's anything you want to work on. All right, come to that child's pose. Knees wide. Support the forehead if you can, whether with the hands or the forehead on the floor, or I like a block underneath the forehead sometimes. I'm just settling in here. Take some breaths. Start to pay attention to the breath. Welcome, welcome everyone. I'm taking requests in the chat box if there's anything you want to stretch or work on. We'll just take about 5 more breaths here in this child's pose. Maybe rock the head side to side, massaging the forehead. And let's take one more big breath here. Really fill up, if you can, breathing in through the nose. Inhale. And then open mouth, exhale. Really stretch the mouth open wide as you let the air out of the mouth. Let's do 2 more rounds of that because it's so good. Inhale through the nose, if possible. Exhale out of the mouth. Open the jaw, the mouth wide. One more like that. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And then let's inhale. Come out of our child's a little bit. And we'll make our way to a tabletop position. So let's come to the hands, come to the knees. And then we'll move with that breath through cat and cow. So on your inhale, lift the heart, lift the sit bones, lengthen through the front body. And then as you exhale, we'll round the back, tuck the chin, tail under. And move with the breath here. Inhale as you lift heart, sit bones. Exhale as you round the back for our cat. And just going back and forth here with your breath, moving the spine around. And if there's any other movement, maybe hip side to side, or any other movement you want to bring in here, a couple more rounds. And this is a good place to kind of check in, notice where we may be sore, where we might be a little tender in the body, around the spine, around the hips. All right, we're making our way into down dog next. So find a neutral spine, walk the hands forward. We'll tuck the toes, come up and back. Take some time here, pedaling out the feet, bending the knees if you'd like. Shaking out the head a little. But ideally, our hands are shoulder width apart or wider, creating space for our neck to be long. So you may take your hands wider to create that space around the shoulders and neck. Beautiful. And then really spread the fingers wide. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And we'll bring the gaze forward, start to walk the feet forward towards the hands. We'll come into ragdoll. So feet apart, knees bend, let the head go. Grab opposite elbows if you'd like. And if this is too far forward or too much of the head below the heart, you could always lift the head up here and just into a halfway fold or to the wall, hands to the wall or chair. Couple more breaths. You might swing side to side, front to back. And then on your next inhale, we'll roll up to standing. Let the head and neck be the last to come up. Roll up. Ooh, good morning, everyone. Let's roll the shoulders up and back a couple times. And then we'll bring the palms together in front of the heart, Samasthiti. So the idea here is we're finding an even balance between right and left within the feet, also within the hands, evenly pressing into each other. And then close the eyes from there. Take some breaths. Think about the string attached to the crown of the head, lifting us up, creating length for our spine as we ground down into those evenly placed feet on the floor. One more full breath here, and then we'll start to move with the breath. Perfect. Let's open the eyes. On your next inhale, take the arms out and up. Reach up, look up. You may bring the palms together or just hands apart as you reach up. And then exhale, swan dive. Lead with the heart. Come into a fold or a halfway fold. And then inhale, halfway lift. Heart forward, hands to the shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into our plank. Let's take an extra breath here in plank. Feel free to lower the knees, but we'll inhale here. And then lower to the belly through chaturanga, elbows close to the body as you lower down. Keep those elbows hugging in, lift up cobra, chest lifts, shoulders down. Exhale, lower the chest, press up and back, child's pose or down dog. So that's our sun salutation A, all the way through from up to down. Sun salutation A. Feel free to modify any of the sun salutation. Feel free to skip the chaturangas. We could cat cow. Let's take one more breath here in down dog. And then we'll inhale, gaze forward, walk, step, or jump the feet to meet the hands. Halfway lift at the top of the mat. Forward fold. Roll up to standing or flat back. Reverse swan dive. Take it all the way up. And we'll release those hands in front of the heart. Round two, sun salutation A. Here we go. Inhale those arms up. One breath, one movement. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Feel free to jump back as well in that chaturanga, elbows bent. Up dog or cobra, chest lifts. Down dog, take it back, breathe, take some breaths. This is our moment to check in with the body, check in with the breath. Yes, in child's poses are great. Oh, Sina, no problem. Child's pose is a great option here too. Let's take one more breath. And from that down dog, we'll gaze forward as you inhale. Exhale, walk, step, or jump the feet forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up to standing, roll up or flat back. Then we'll release the hands. All right, let's move on. Sinking into chair. So we're sinking our booty back into our imaginary chair, bringing the weight into the heels. Let's build some heat. Take those hands in front of the heart or cactus arms or extend. Sink the weight into the heels one more time. Couple more breaths. You can even lift your toes, give a little wiggle of the toes. Kind of bring us back into place. Perfect. Let's bring those hands together in front of the heart if they're not already. Take an inhale. Exhale, we'll twist to the right. Twist, twist, twist. You may be able to hook the elbow to the outside of the opposite thigh and work the twist there a little deeper. Maybe even taking those arms wide. Maybe lifting the gaze up. Hold for 3. Weight in the heels. 2. And 1. Release. Come back to center. Inhale. And we'll take it right into the other side. Exhale. Twist to the left. Maybe hooking elbow. Working that rotation. Maybe opening the arms. Hold there for 3. Weight in the heels. 2. And 1. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take it to the other side one more time, but we're going to add on here. So twist to the right. Now start to pick up this left foot and step it back into a lunge. Ooh, here's a trick. So we're in a lunge, high lunge or low lunge. Feel free to lower back knee and then take it into the twist in this lunge. So it may take a moment to kind of adjust, set up, get into that lunge twist. Maybe open the arms. Or you could just take this bottom hand down to the inside of the foot and work that arm up. Couple more breaths wherever you are. And we'll release our twist. Come on up into our high lunge. Arms come overhead, shoulders square forward, hips square forward. Beautiful. So run the ball of the back foot or lower back knee down. Let's take an inhale here. Maybe lift the gaze. Exhale, lower those hands down. Step back into our plank. Inhale. Chaturanga, lower through to the belly or hover. Up dog or cobra, chest lifts. Down dog, press back. Couple breaths there. Feel free to take child's. So you might not even realize you're sore until you start moving our body in these positions, these stretches. So notice, breathe into it. Breathe into that soreness, tightness. All right, from your down dog, we'll gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale, walk, step, or jump the feet to meet the hands. And then halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up to standing, roll up or flat back. We'll release those hands in front of the heart. We're taking it to our other side. Sink back into your chair position. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the other side. We're going to step it back into that lunge. So take a couple breaths here. And you don't have to hook the elbow. It could just be a rotation. And that's perfect. Core strength. Now let's go ahead and start to lift the right foot up. Step it back into our lunge. Adjust, wiggle, scoot. You may take the bottom hand down and then lift the top arm up, or keeping that hook of the elbow and working the twist there. Maybe opening the arms. Let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release our twist. Come on up into our high lunge. Arms can come overhead. Back knee can be down. Yes, perfect. Lift the gaze here as we inhale. Exhale, lower hands down. Step back into plank. Inhale there. Exhale, chaturanga through, or feel free to just meet us in down dog. Could always do a cat-cow here as well. From your down dog, or this can be done from a tabletop position, we'll extend the right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. So we're reaching the right heel towards the left glute. Evenly pressing into the hands as we do so. We might roll this foot around in one direction and the other. Opening that right hip. One more breath. And then inhale, straighten the right leg. Square the hips. Exhale, step the foot forward. Setting up for warrior two. Back foot flat. Come on up. Reaching forward, reaching back. As we sink into this front knee and open the knee to the right. Couple breaths here. And notice if your shoulders are creeping up into the ears, creating space for the neck when you can. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Let's lean up. Or we're taking this right hand forward. We're going to come into a balance, maybe to a block here. The block can be forward and to the right. We're going to come into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So you could do this at the wall too, or a chair. Well, let's go. All right, come on up when you're ready. We're lifting that back leg up. Hands can be on the block here, or maybe reaching for the floor. Left arm opens up when you're ready. So we're turning our body to the side rather than reaching the front of the body down. Turn front body to the side. Yep, perfect. Maybe lift the gaze. Maybe lift the bottom hand. Hand can be at a wall or chair as well for this. And what another option I really like here is bending the top leg, reaching for the foot. If you want a little more, a couple more breaths wherever you are. Balance, breath. Perfect. We'll gently release that foot if you have it. Step back into our warrior two. Once again, inhale here. Great job, everybody. Exhale, plant those hands. Let's step it back, down dog. Take it into the other side. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Take a couple breaths here. We can circle out the foot. Both directions. And then on your next inhale, straighten that leg, square the hips. Exhale, step the foot forward. Come on up into our warrior two. We'll take some breaths here. So in this position, we're really working on a 90-degree angle in this front leg. It might mean you need to widen. And it might mean we need to work a little harder in that quad. Opening left knee to the left. You may see your big toe. Reaching forward, reaching back. One more breath. And then we're taking it into our balance. So maybe placing that block. And especially if you have longer legs, the blocks, I would really, or even a stack of books could work here. That block forward and to the left. And then come up as you're ready. That back leg lifts. Find your balance. Top arm reaches. Turning our body to the side as much as we can. So that top shoulder opens, top rib cage opens. Maybe lift the gaze, maybe lift the bottom hand, or bending top knee, reaching for the foot. Couple more breaths here. Maybe I'm teaching. That's not happening right now. 3, 2, 1. Gently release, stepping it back into our warrior two. Gracefully if possible. Might land hard, that's okay. Inhale here. Exhale, take the hands down, and we're just stepping it back into down dog. Feel free to get a chaturanga in here if you like. Otherwise, couple breaths here in our down dog. Or child's pose. This is your practice. I'm just a guide. I'm guiding you through, but ultimately it's up to you what you need for your body. These movements, with these holds and stretches. One more full breath here. From our down dog, we'll inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale. This time we're stepping our foot to the outside of the hands and coming into a lizard lunge. Ooh, stretch. Let's get into the hips. So lizard lunge, our back knee could stay lifted or we could lower down. Really walk this front foot forward so the ankle is below the knee once you sink your hips forward. Hands to the inside of the foot. We might lower down to the forearms, maybe to a block here. Wherever we are, if we lower down, keep the spine long as much as you can. So keep reaching the heart forward. Yes, perfect. And it's not a requirement to come down to the forearms either. For me and my body in this position, I usually stay on the hands and feel good in that position to breathe and hold. So we'll just take a couple more breaths wherever you are. And then when you're ready, pigeon pose or on your back, figure four. Right foot walks over to the left, setting up the shin parallel to the front of the mat. Most of us probably won't be exactly parallel. You may take your foot in a little bit, but then square the hips, sit up tall, lower down to the hands here. And eventually we may lower to the forearms. Maybe getting to a place where we can support our head with a block or the hands. On your back, we'll take a figure four, crossing that right ankle above the left knee, hugging in there. Same position, same stretch. Just a little easier on the front knee. For that right knee. So we'll take a little time here, settle in. Check in with our lower back. We want our lower back level and not leaning over to the right, which tends to happen. You could always bring a support under that right hip. If you're struggling with that, getting the lower back flatter. There's always a way to support us, support our body. We don't have the yoga props. We can always bring anything in around the house to help with that support. Connect with the breath here. Take some bigger breaths in and out. All right, we'll get ready, prepare to come out on your next inhale. Move nice and slow, there's no rush. We'll start to come up to the palms. Tuck the back toes under. Extend that right leg back. Shake it out. Make some circles. And then we'll come back to our down dog. Other side when you're ready. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. I don't think I did this the last time, so we'll do this side. And then straighten that leg, inhale. And we'll step the foot to the outside of the hands for our lizard lunge. If you want to keep with a little more power, keeping that back knee up can be nice. Getting a little bit more strengthening there. Or lowering the back knee down. And sinking the hips forward. Getting into the hip flexors. Maybe lowering down to the forearms if we want more. But really keeping that spine long rather than rounding. Keep an extension in the spine. A few breaths. All right, preparing for our pigeon, either coming on your back, figure four, or we'll walk this front foot, left foot over to the right, set up our shin, square the hips, square the shoulders, find some length. And then maybe taking it forward on the palms. This may be where we stay and breathe on our palms. Or you may lower down a little more to the forearms or support the head. And then settle in there. Noticing if we feel tighter one side or the other. And we're here just to notice, just to bring the awareness. Rather than that judgment or expectation. Bringing awareness, bringing information so that we can take care of ourselves in a better way. Be more mindful of where our body is at, where overall where we're at right here, today, this morning, this week. And then from that space, we tend to make better choices overall with that awareness, with that self-care in mind. Couple more rounds of breath here. And then on your next inhale, we'll slowly start to come up. Tuck the back toes, extend left leg behind, shake it out. Circles, whatever feels good here to release out of the hip. And then from down dog, we'll lower to the knees, cross the ankles, and make our way back onto our seat, and then eventually onto our back. Once you're on your back, hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, a squeeze, maybe a rocking side to side. And then we'll do half happy baby or full happy baby, whatever feels best in your body here. Take the knees wide. And this would be more of a half happy baby, or you might start to reach the soles of the feet up, grabbing behind the knees or reaching for the feet. And then press the lower back down into the floor. Take the knees wide. Maybe a rocking side to side here. Let's take one more full breath. And release our happy baby. One more hug, knees into the chest. We'll lift the head, forehead towards the knees, wrap the arms around the shins. Give yourself a squeeze as you inhale. And a release as you exhale. Straighten out those legs, straighten out the arms. We've made it. Shavasana, our final rest. And we'll take one more breath together as we settle in here. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Close the eyes. Soften the face, the jaw. Allow stillness here. Oh my goodness, I went over a minute or two. Sorry about that. I'll log off here. Have a great Thursday. Namaste, everyone. Stay here if you can. We'll see you soon.